Alright, back at it again with the shitty horror movie lighting. Hello. Well, I'm. Wow. Bad with intros as always. Um, Hello, welcome back to the collective. I am Del Salvador, and this is Massive Attack Mezzanine. Now, Massive Attack are a trip hop collective from the UK, as I understand it, and trip hop apparently has not exactly been understood properly, from what I understand. From what I understand, a lot of people look at the name and kind of just go, oh, whatever. It's some bullshit, I guess. I don't know. From what I hear from one person, but I'm getting sidetracked at record speed. Um, Trip hop is a really odd subgenre of rap, R&B, I guess. I'm not exactly um, a scholar of rap and R&B and hip hop and all that kind of stuff. I'm not exactly well versed on all this stuff, but it is definitely one of those. It's a subgenre of one of those, and it combines a lot of interesting things. Um, if my rock and metal people out there can relate to this, just how like you have psychedelic rock. This is a very similar thing. It's like psychedelic hip hop, psychedelic R&B, I guess. And this album right here is actually really interesting. I do like it a lot. Um, it reminds me a lot of what Depeche Mode Violator was going for. Just rather, instead of singing and a more pop direction, it's more of a um, R&B direction. But it's all on this album. There is a lot of it's a lot of slight everything. There are tracks that are slightly eerie, slightly menacing, slightly beautiful, slightly sensual, slightly covert. Like there's a lot. Like it's very slightly dark tilted. Just how Depeche Mode's Violator is, and there. Honestly, this has a lot of elements of a lot of things, and I think anybody could enjoy this. To be honest, like the first track, Angel. Has some really, really interesting and hard hitting but simple bass work. And I couldn't tell you if it's a. I couldn't tell if it's a bass guitar, but I'm pretty sure it's not. But yeah, I could be wrong. But with the bass synthesizer and the little touches of the guitar really do make an astounding atmosphere. I feel that's what this album is best at, is its atmosphere building, and most of these tracks also build, and they kind of peaks and valleys like a lot of what Tool does in their compositions. And if you like, and if you like anything that can build atmosphere good, and you like atmospheres that are a little darker, this is definitely worth a shot. Um, the fir- um, the first track has there's more singing, no rapping, no flow of any kind, you know, and the bass is doing some really cool things where it kind of it's punchy the whole way through, but it's very subtle, and they'll kind of there's parts where the distortions on the bass slowly ramps up and I'll cut back down and slowly ramp up and cut back down, which is really cool. Um, this one's a bit more on the menacing side, and then it's a bit more on the R&B side, kind of. And then you have a track like Rising Sun, where it has slightly more electronic, slightly more dance elements near the last little bit, which is very interesting. And then Teardrop, you have more, I don't want to say soul elements, but you definitely have female singing, and it's very airy and very beautiful. And it's all three of these tracks are very similar, but give their own unique flavor to the album, and definitely, again, I feel that's what this album is strong at as well. Is that it clearly has the image is going for it, clearly has the sound it's going for, you know, and every single song on here doesn't feel like it shouldn't be there. They all have they are unique sounding enough that they give nice flavors, so to speak. to the whole album, and that they don't feel like it's kind of the same exact thing over and over. Every song is fresh, has fresh enough ideas that they're just fine being on there. Whether they're good or not is separate from that. I feel like a lot of these songs are good, but when it comes to songs like Inertia Creeps, the fourth track, it's good. You know, it's like wallpaper to me. You know, tracks like Angel and Rising Sun and Teardrop, the first three, they grab your attention with the melodies, with certain musical changes, and just with how different but the same they are. And then Nurture Creeps just isn't as grabbing. The next track, Exchange Instrumental, is, instrumental, not much there. And I feel like they could have done a lot better job with this because as an instrumental, I feel like it's just all right. And the first three songs were amazing instrumentally. So it kind of lets me down in a way, but it is still good. I wouldn't skip it anyway. You know, it's just I felt they could have really made this one a lot better than it was. Especially not really as trippy as tracks like Angel or Rising Sun. The next track, Dissolved Girl, again, it's really good. To be honest, this might be my ADHD talking, but it took me like 3 hours to try and finish the last half of this album because not only was it not as good as the first half, but also just, it's really hard to, do one thing for any amount of time. But either way, Dissolve Girl, it's good, it's alright, it's not bad. It's just more so it doesn't grab me immediately with the musical moments or with the lyrics or with just the vocal melodies or anything. Maybe on a couple more listens where I can kind of ingrain it more, maybe a bit different. But like, there's nothing immediately grabbing about this one. I did listen to it like 7 times, honestly, just so I can try and get it in my brain. But just, every time I was listening to it, I realized, oh shit, I'm almost done with the song, and I forget what happened. I forget what it sounds like. Totally zoned out. And then even now, like, I don't remember what it sounds like. It's kind of forgettable. Man Next Door, getting back into it. We're getting some unique vocal styles, some better verses and choruses and stuff. Really cool stuff. Same with Black Milk. I can't. Damn, I need to do better at this, man. I can't remember this one either, but I remember it was okay. I think. Mezzanine, the title track, is really good. I will say that. This is one that's a bit more on the sensual side, but it's definitely good. I feel like in the songs Dissolve Girl, Man Next Door, and Black Milk, the builds aren't as pronounced, and some of them they aren't there, and I guess they're just meant to be more like calm downs. But Mezzanine, it has some builds, it definitely does. This is probably the best track since the first three. And then you have the last track, Group 4, which is the longest one on this album by far. And I thought, it's like it's over 8 minutes. I thought it was going to be a slog to get through. Not at all. Actually, this is one of the better songs in this album. And there's a nice little part where most instruments drop out, kind of meanders in the middle, then just comes back in. Real nice stuff. This is the only song that has male and female vocals switching back and forth, because usually on other songs, some of them are male vocals only, some are female only, some of them have 2 male vocalists, and this is the only one, I believe, from what I remember, that has both of them switching back and forth. And it's a really nice contrast, I will say, as well, where you have male voices, which are a lot more deeper at times. Sometimes they sing, they're pretty high or middle ground, and they're really good, but at least on this song, they're deeper. And then you have the female vocals, which are more airy, more light, more beautiful, more not easygoing, but they're definitely more innocent, I guess. And you have, again, the male vocals, a lot more deeper, a bit more menacing, etc., and they pair really nicely. And that's the album. Yeah, it's really good. I honestly think if you're into hip hop, if you're into metal, if you're into electronic music, and if you're into pop, you can get into this album. Honestly, it's really good. Again, if you like any of those things, if you like, again, things with good atmosphere, things with good builds, if you like things that are just a little darker, if you, again, if you like Depeche Mode, if you like Violator, that album specifically, I feel like you will really like this too. I think I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. From what I saw, the lyrics here and there too, they were also really nicely written. I'm not a lyrics person too much. When it comes down to it, it's music first, lyrics are second. And if a song is not grabbing me, I might read the lyrics. But if a song's really engaging, really grabbing me, then I want as an extra thing, I'll take a look and see what the lyrics are. It's just how for a crazy virtuoso prog guitarist or so, you can fangirl all day about how fast they're playing, how talented they are. But if music's not good, it's not good. You know what I mean? So that's kind of the same thing. If the song's not good, I can read the lyrics and appreciate them, but that's kind of, then I'll forget them the next day. It doesn't really, matter that much. But if the song is great and the lyrics are great, both of them are heightened, and you remember both, and they both kind of complement each other. And from what I've seen, lyrics are good on this album too. I've not looked at them extensively. That's not exactly how I do these things. But when it comes to the albums that I know a bit more front to back, off the back of my hand or so, I tend to talk more about them. But I can't say that I know this album front to back that much. There are certain songs that I've played a lot, and I said, hey, let's listen to the full album, see how it is, and I was not disappointed. I'd definitely say 7 out of 10 for sure. And that's going to be it. And I'll see you in the next one. I know I'm uploading a lot. I do apologize for that. Lots of things going on lately, but those things are solved and they're done. I know I said I'd upload a bunch last month. I didn't. I need to stop doing that. I need to stop saying I'll do things and not do them. I'm really bad at planning in advance. I gotta do things, when the moment's right. Part of ADHD life, and when your life is chaotic and a hellhole most of the time, like mine is. But either way, it's going good now. I'm gonna have this video up probably tonight, and then I'm going to upload another video tomorrow if I can. All right, cool. Have a good one.